Hey guys, my name is Matimi0, and today I have some interesting information about Battlefield 3. There has been 2 new maps that have been released to the general public for our viewing pleasure. I will leave a link down below in the description so you guys can go check out the couple of photos for this map and a short little description as to what these will entail. But the first map that we get a glimpse at is called the Tehran Highway. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly, and I think it is a city in Iran. And what's cool about this map is that it's going to be at night, and I don't really know if there's many games out right now that have night combat, and since there are infrared scopes in the game, it's going to be interesting to see how you're going to be able to use that on this particular map and how effective they're going to be. I know I tried them on Operation Metro and in the subway system, and they were kind of cool, but it will be really cool to see if the infrared or scopes are really useful on this map and how effective or ineffective they are. The map apparently starts out very wide open, and there's going to be a lot of wide open spaces, and there's going to be a lot of vehicle combat. And then once you start moving towards the city into the more urban environment, it's going to be more infantry based with a couple of vehicles, but towards the end it's going to be mostly just gun on gun action. And this would be the rush game mode if you're wondering what I'm talking about. So something that I'm really liking that DICE is implementing for their map design is that when you move to one base to another base, there's a lot of different progression and there's a lot of different play styles that move when you move to that base or conquest point. I remember in Caspian Border, there was a forest area, there was an urban environment, and it really mixed up the way that you approach a different conquest point or a base depending on where you were at. So I really like how they're going about that, and it looks like this map is going to be no exception to that as well. So I really do like how DICE is approaching their map design. So the next map is called Damavan Peak. I am probably butchering that a little bit, but this map looks really cool. So if you are on the offensive team for the rush game mode, you are going to start off on the top of a gigantic cliff. And if you're the defender team, you're going to start at the bottom of it, and it looks like you're going to have some buildings down below, and I'm assuming that's where the MCOM stations are going to be located. So at the top of this giant cliff, there is a base with a couple of helipads, so it looks like there's probably going to be an attack helicopter and probably a transport helicopter, but the main way that it sounds like DICE wants you to get down below is to literally base jump off of this cliff and then pull the parachute right before you hit the ground. I think this is going to be one of the cooler maps. I'm not really sure how it's going to play out, but it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. There's also a picture on their site where it doesn't look like that's going to be the only cool part about this map. It looks like it's actually quite large, so I'm interested to see what kind of vehicles are going to be in play. But really, the coolest thing about this map, from the pictures that we've seen, is this gigantic cliff and the fact that you're going to be able to base jump off it and attack the MCOM stations after you jump off of it. So I think that's also very cool. Once again, DICE really mixing it up and bringing in some really cool aspects with their Frostbite 2 engine, because it just allows you to have these massive playing fields and these massive levels. So I think this is very cool. So before I go, I wanted to quickly make a clarification on my last video where I had some misleading information that I did not mean to have. So I read an article recently about how an author had the opportunity to play a recent build of Battlefield 3, and that he said the damage in the game has been reduced and it resembles more of the Bad Company series. And DICE has come out and said that that is not true. They have not reduced the damage. They have just eliminated bugs that has increased damage in some instances. So if there was a bug where if you were moving you would take more damage, and so apparently they have gotten rid of that bug, and now it's where they wanted the game to be. So it's still going to be, and for the most part, if you were one of those players that actually moved around and played the game how it was supposed to be, you're going to notice a difference. But those players who were just camping and shooting at players who weren't moving, you're probably not going to notice a difference. So I just wanted to make that clarification. I don't want to give you guys any misleading information. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, I would appreciate it if you give this video a rating, and also if you'd like to see more videos from me and support the Battlefield community, I recommend that you subscribe to my channel and also follow me on Twitter. But until next time everyone, have a good one and take it easy.